Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Darius from DariusCooks.tv, and these days, I'm all about this keto life. And so, if you're like me and you're trying to wonder what it's all about, don't worry, I'll help you through that. But in order to get to where we gotta go, we gotta have some delicious food, and that is why I am in front of you today. I'm gonna show you how to make one of my favorite dishes that's now going to be keto friendly, and you're gonna love it, because I tested it out and I know you're gonna enjoy it. This is gonna be my jerk chicken thighs over my cauliflower puree, okay? Listen, loaded with flavor, you're not gonna miss the carbs, and it's gonna be so good to eat. So the first thing I wanna do is I wanna get the cauliflower working, because we gotta get that cooking so it gets nice and soft. So I have a whole head of cauliflower. I'm just gonna break it down and then cut it into little florets, right? Because it'll cook nice and quick that way and even. And yes, I want the stems, and then on the stove I've got some water that's boiling. So I'm gonna start by putting some salt in this boiling water, because you wanna infuse as much flavor as you can, because trust me, it's gonna need it. So we'll just dump this in here and we'll let that cook until it's nice and soft. All right, meanwhile, let's work on the marinade for our jerk chicken thighs. So I'm gonna do this all in my food processor. I got a couple of cloves of garlic that are gonna go in there. And then of course we're gonna add some salt and some pepper. And then I like for my jerk to have a bit of a citrus overtone, so I've got a blood orange. Regular orange will work, but I just had a blood orange in my fridge. So I'm just gonna get some of the zest right in there. So look at this delicious blood orange juice going right in there. All right, let's continue with our citrus theme. So that was orange. I've got some lemon zest, so we're gonna put the lemon zest in here. All right, and then if I'm doing lemon, might as well go ahead and do some lime, right? So we'll put the lime zest in there as well. And then we'll get the juice ready for both of these. All right, now let's keep going with the rest of our seasonings. I'm gonna just put a little bit of garlic powder in there, because that'll make it taste really good as well. All right, so far, kind of traditional on some of the Caribbean flavors, right? Still a little bit of red pepper flake needs to go in here for a little bit of heat. I've got a little bit of coriander is gonna go in there. And some of the more traditional flavors that you've heard about in jerk. Fresh nutmeg, I'm just gonna grate it off and throw it right in here. If you can find the fresh, go ahead and use that. It's gonna make it taste so much better. A little bit of ground allspice. All right, a little bit of cinnamon. All right, and then a little bit of ground thyme goes in. So we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil. Any mild flavored oil would do. Olive oil, walnut oil, avocado oil, all that goes really well here. So just a little bit, so it all comes together like a nice paste. And then we can pop the lid on and give it a go. Normally, I would use brown sugar, but since we're doing the keto, I've got a little golden monk fruit sweetener. Put that right in here. All right, and we'll give it one more go. That looks good to me. All right, we'll bring over our chicken. So let's drop in our marinade, just like that. This is our homemade jerk marinade, and we'll get in here and massage it all around and get it into all the nooks and all the crannies of the chicken, all underneath the skin. So it's got lots of really great flavor. All right, so the cauliflower is ready to be drained. All right, and while that's hanging out, I've got a skillet here, and I'm gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of olive oil in the skillet. It's super hot, ready to go. And I'm gonna add our chicken thighs in, skin side down, to get a nice sear on them. So we flipped it once it was golden brown, and then we're gonna take it right to this hot oven and let it cook all the way through. All right, meanwhile, I'm gonna take the cauliflower that we cooked and I'm gonna throw it into our blender, a fair amount of salt and some black pepper. I've got some mascarpone cheese, which is really good. It's gonna give it a really nice velvety texture and consistency. If you don't have mascarpone cheese, I'm sure you could use cream cheese and it'll get you the exact same situation, right? Put in some butter. All right, so we're gonna add some heavy cream right in here. All right, and then we'll give this a go. All right, I'm just gonna scrape down the sides a little bit just to make sure everybody is in there. All right, and then to make sure it's perfect, what I like to do is just put it back in the pan, and then we'll put it back on the stove on just a simmer until our chicken's ready to come out, and then we'll eat them all together. All right, so after about 15, 20 minutes, what'll happen is your chicken thighs will come out looking scrumptious, just like, ooh, like this, look at that. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Golden brown, juicy, and sure enough delicious. All right, also that cauliflower puree has been hanging out. Look at that, look at how nice and luscious that puree is. Ugh, nice and thick like we like it. All right, so I'm gonna fix me up a little puree on the bottom. Nice and pretty. I'm gonna throw a chicken thigh, golden brown, right on top of there. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna drag mine through some of the cauliflower puree just because I can. It's hot. Talk about the flavors. Singing to me in here. This is so silky smooth. And what's great about it is with the mascarpone cheese and the butter and the heavy cream, you would think these are potatoes, but it's cauliflower. It's amazing. Hold on, because this jerk chicken has the right amount of heat and the right amount of sweet and the right amount of just texture and caramelization on the front. And I'm like, is this really keto? Let me see though. Let me see though if this is keto. It's so good. Chicken thighs are the way to go. You gotta give it a try. It's gonna be your new favorite recipe. You know where to get it on my website. It's dariuscooks.tv. There's two things I wanna tell you, as I always do, huh? Food is my life. Life, it's my food. Until next time, I gotta wish you a happy cooking. From my heart to yours. Bye, y'all.